I do ask myself when this project is going to be done, and when my work is going to be completed. And somehow, so far, it's been just really focusing on not seeing when it finishes, but when the impact of it starts to show up in my personal life and life of others, not only mine, hopefully. And still, it feels like it's quite a journey, because what I'm doing is just so different from what we as humans are used to seeing as sane, and that's all right. It's okay. Not everyone is supposed to get it. Not everyone is supposed to get it. It's cute. So the same with like Web3 stuff. Like you're not supposed to really know exactly how things are and what ecosystems are there and stuff like that. You can just like observe it from the outside, or you can get engaged a little bit. Be part of a community or something. I don't know, like follow. But you don't need to know how it works unless you are working in the system and you are actually building within the system. You need to work. You need to know how all these different elements of what comprises the Web3 are coming together in order to really understand what is needed to be built in order for these things to come together in the most coherent fashion, right? And there's a lot of learning to do actually in our industry before you start really figuring out what is missing. Because a lot of spaces have been taken already. A lot of people are working on a lot of things. We can't just deny the fact that maybe your niche has been already taken, and maybe joining a project will be a better idea than trying to build something on your own that is already being built, and maybe it's already been built by someone years ago, actually. Because people get attached to their own ideas and their visions, what they're receiving. But you see, these visions, they come to us on a collective level. And some people have radars set within their systems in a way that they receive these messages sooner. So they start implementing these ideas sooner than you did. So there's always these waves of ideas. And when someone takes an idea from the thin air, earlier than others, then it has this tendency to be seen as something crazy or something too far-fetched to consider real life. Then time passes and culture changes and narratives within people's minds, yes, they shift the narratives. Then somehow it becomes more accessible, and this idea. So more people get to be on board with that idea, and then some other people have the same idea, and they start to do something that, covers the same idea. And that's when these trends are being formulated. Because when you're super early on the trend curve, then you will have a huge chance of being misunderstood and looked at as unreliable even, yeah, somehow. But when trendsetters come together and they decide on what needs to be done next in terms of narrative, that's when the magic happens, and that's what my work is about. So yeah,